Hi everyone and welcome to this Git series. In this series we will learn Git step by step. So let's begin. So what is the Git? So Git is basically a free open source distributed version control system. It is abbreviated as DVCS. So distributed version control system, and this system was developed by Linus in 2005. Now here are two keywords which we need to understand. One is distributed and one is version control system. So first let's understand about version control system. What is control system and how it is beneficial when you are working as a developer or the automation test engineer. Okay, so when we talk about version control systems, so they are basically softwares which tracks the changes to the files over the time, and it allows you to recall the specific versions later. So basically, this is a system or software which track the changes over the time. Track changes over the time. And when we talk about over time, so basically it allows to recall specific versions. Now, what are these specific versions? So when we talk about versions over here, so let's suppose you have start writing a code, and today you have automated login, or you have developed the login feature. Now, today you have completed this work, and this is known as the first copy or the version 1. Now, tomorrow you come and you start adding more things. You have added for sign up, and now the code has both login plus sign up. Now, this copy of the code is known as version 2. Similarly, any kind of a changes makes a copy of your code, and that is known as version. Now, these version control system basically help to the history, track history. Now, when we talk about tracking history, what it will do is that it will record every change, record every change. Now, assume that you are manually doing it, you are creating the different copy of your files. Now, it is really hard to maintain and track the changes. Who made those changes, why those changes were made, when those changes were made. So you are actually creating the different copies and managing it manually. But those version control systems basically help to record every change, and you can exactly see what, when, and why there was a change in code. Okay, and secondly, when you're working with writing the code, what happens is that sometimes you made a mistake as a developer or as an automation engineer. You made a mistake. Then what you do? So basically, you can instantly undo the changes, and you can go to the previous copy or the version of the software. Now, third thing is that it helps in the collaboration. So basically, multiple people can work on the same project simultaneously without overwriting each other code. So basically, this collaboration allows people to work on same project simultaneously without overwriting each other. If we don't have these version control systems, so what happens is that the other developer or the other automation engineer might override your changes. And again, it might break your code. So that's why we need a version control system. Now let's take uh, another real life example. For example, the Google Docs, right? And you're adding different stuff on daily basis. So it keeps the version history, but it's not that powerful when we are talking about the managing the code and different versions. Now, you hopefully you understand that what this version control systems do, right? Now here, let's talk about what are the centralized or distributed version control system. So basically, when we talk about the um, you know version system controls, so basically there are two types. One is centralized, one is centralized, and other is distributed. Now, when we talk about centralized, what it means. So, centralized basically uses a single central server. So, previously there was a tool called SVN. So, SVN was basically a centralized single server which contains the version files. So, different versions of files are available on a centralized version. So clients connect to that server. So we usually, as a developer or an automation engineer, we connect to that server and check out the files and make the changes. Now it has some pros and cons. So when we talk about the advantages, it was easy to understand because there was only one master copy of your code. So everyone is looking into that one, and the administrators have a fine grained control over who can do what. So there is control. But the problem here is that the single point of failure. So if server goes down, server server goes down, or anything happens with the server, internet connectivity. So what happens is that nobody nobody can save changes. So this means that you cannot collaborate if this thing something happened with that particular server. Now, in contrast, when we talk about the distributed, so distributed is basically works in a different way. Okay, so when we talk about the distributed one, so what we do is that we don't just check out the latest snapshot, they fully mirror the repo. So repo means where you have the code repository. So each clone complete backup of the entire project. Now, when we are talking about distributed ones, so Git is basically a distributed version control system. So what happens is that when you're using the Git, so you can work offline. So you can commit, make the branches without the internet connection. Then every clone is a full backup. So if server dies, anyone can restore it. Okay. Then again, speed, because most operations are local. You're doing the changes locally. With you will not be dependent on the server every time, right? So this is how the distributed version control system works, and Git is basically a distributed version control system. So now we have developed and very good understanding. So Git is basically the open source distributed version control system. And when we talk about version control system, they are basically help to track the different versions or to control the different versions. They help us to track the history, help us in the collaborations. We can track every change. We can do the instant undo changes. We can allow people to work on the same project simultaneously without overwriting each other's codes. So if we try to do it manually, so for example, you are changing manually, you're giving the files to the other developer using the email or through the portable drives. One is making changes. So there's likely that it will create more effort, and it will actually very hard to track who made those changes which are causing the break in the software or in the automation scripts. So in order to manage these things, so basically we use the version control system. And as Git is distributed one, so distributed basically just don't check out the latest copy or the snapshot. They fully mirror the repository, and you can work offline. Every developer or the automation engineer has their own full copy. Okay, so they are less dependent on the internet. They can make the changes and they can collaborate easily, so you can easily track those changes, who made what, when, and why through the commits. So this is a basic introduction about the Git. In our upcoming sessions, we will start downloading, installing, and keep learning step by step.